So here we are again. If you follow my channel, you know that I fixed this already. I did it with super glue and I thought it was going to be a permanent fix. The only problem with super glue under certain conditions, especially trial by college student, is that they like to throw things around, drop things, all that stuff. So super glue failed on this handle. So I'm going to try again with some epoxy. So let's go to a top-down shot and get into this repair. First thing you need to do is carefully go under here and pop this plastic piece off. I found the edge of a screwdriver or a knife works great for that. It will reveal the inside of the handle. Small Phillips head. You can see the mount here, and this one is missing. And if you lose this bracket, both brackets for some reason, you can do the same thing for both brackets. Here is the bracket that we need to put back in place. Take the screw out for that. Now you can see I marked it before with a little black dot so that I have it in the right orientation, which is important for the final repair. Now all we have to do is mix up some epoxy. I like using small containers because continue to degrade over time once you open it up. You get the big containers, sometimes it's not economical because you'll just never use it up before it goes bad. And I think I paid somewhere between $1 and $2 to get this at a dollar store. A big box store, you might cost a little more. And I'll post down below where you can get this, or maybe a group of them at a reasonable price. Oh, by the way, I just love to keep the container so I can put this on a pegboard. All I do is just cut that part off, but enough to keep it clipped so that it doesn't fall out. First thing you want to do is cut out this lock on the plunger, and then you want to break this off. Maybe I'll just cut it off right here. Hold on to that because you're going to want to put those plungers back in place when you're done. You may want to take your plier and just kind of straighten out that hole a little bit before the glue starts flowing. And then just pour out the amount that you think you'll need. Not too much. Well, that's plenty. And then seal this off and put it to the side. Mix these two pieces together. Make sure you do a good job of that. And I use just a regular popsicle stick. And you want to do this in a well-ventilated area. It may not be a bad idea to have some gloves on. Make sure it's nice and mixed together. And it'll be this opaque white. And then you dab it on both pieces. Put a little there. Run over here. Put a little here. Can't have too much because you got to mount this back in there. And then just a tad bit on both sides here. And then just push it down. Hold it in place. And you'll have little welding divots to make sure it's all lined up, and take a look at it this way and then just let it do its thing. I put a little extra epoxy there. You can use the other end carefully to scrape off some excess or smooth it off so that you won't have any problems putting this piece back on. In fact, you can actually do a fit check. See how we're doing? Okay, looks good. Small piece of paper towel is also helpful to come in here and clean up a little bit. You don't mind extra glue on the inside there. That will actually help support it. Just hold this in place for 5 minutes. If you don't like that, you could tape it or clamp it down. In a couple minutes, you can give it the slightest little nudge to see if it's in place, but it's already hardening up. Take your handle, place both the screws in, and then take your screwdriver and just drive them home. I'm feeling much better about this repair than I did the super glue. Super glue is usually reliable. The thicker super glue may also work, but epoxy I'm pretty confident in. And since epoxy is cheap and I don't want to do this repair again, I decided to mix up a little extra batch, and I'm just going to just lay it in on both ends here and push it down in this groove to give it even more support on the steel part. Let it drip down and get in there. Just like that. Yeah, that's going to help. Yeah, there's so much more glue and material, structural support with the epoxy. I'm feeling real good about this one. You got some channels here and channels there. Just slide them in place. Here and here. Give it a pop. And that, my friends, will never come off again. Ideally. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of home repairs and repairs of all kinds of things, designs of all kinds, making and breaking things, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what fix you might see.